16. I'm guessing you had a bit too much to drink tonight. I walked Sean to the door. I hope your next girlfriend is everything you're looking for. Sean pulled out a cigarette, hesitated, and didn't light it, just fiddled with it in his hand. Luna, I really do like you. You're a loyal friend, and I care about you too. I pulled my coat tighter, but unfortunately, we're just not right for each other.
Ah.
He smiled. Don't make it so awkward. Fine, let's just say I spoke out of turn after having a few drinks. I watched him get into his black sports car. Drive safely. The sports car sped away into the distance. I winced, rubbed my ears, and turned to head back inside. Feeling unusually sentimental, I sat by the pond in the neighborhood, lost in thought. My phone rang again. Annoyed, I put it on speaker and set it aside. Mommy, where's the dryer? I paused for a second. Isn't it on the balcony? No, not on the master bedroom balcony. The other balconies, let me check. I could hear Evelyn rummaging around on the other end of the line. You don't have to look in such ridiculous places. It's in the northwest corner of the study balcony. I looked up. Brian was standing there, holding his phone to his ear. He paused for a moment, then looked down at me. Evelyn's voice came through the phone. The study balcony? No, it's not here. Brian raised an eyebrow and hung up, asking, looking for something? My eyelid twitched. The dryer. He paused briefly before replying. On the largest balcony. Open the cabinet door against the wall. I scoffed. You make it sound so convincing. Found it. It's behind the cabinet door. Hey, Mommy, who are you talking to? I hung up and narrowed my eyes. How did you know? Brian also narrowed his eyes. Whose mommy are you? I shot him a look. Could be yours. Wow, that's intense. He tilted his head. Too bad, no chance now. Mr. Chi has passed away. What kind of dark humor is that? Brian curled his lips into a smirk. Can't even find the dryer? Do you need me to send you a detailed map, esteemed client? You broke into my house, I said, staring at him warily. I'm calling the police. Do I need to sneak into your house? He turned his head and chuckled. I know your place better than you do. Did you design this complex? Why wouldn't I? Wait, that doesn't make sense. You're not an interior designer. How would you know where the dryer is? Well, Brian shook his head regretfully. I only designed one set. I was planning to buy it for myself, but some wealthy guy snatched it up. No wonder this apartment costs so much more than the others. I rolled up my sleeves. Are you trying to rip me off? Brian laughed and raised his hands in surrender. Wrongfully accused. That's the developer's doing. I rolled my eyes and turned to leave. I live in the building next to yours. Brian gave a slight nod. Let me know if you need anything. Thanks, contractor. I said through gritted teeth. Welcome to the C Group project. He extended his hand and said, I look forward to working with you. I gave his hand a firm shake. It's going to be a real pleasure. 17. When I got home, Evelyn was taking a shower. 2 hours later, she was still in the shower. Are you okay? I knocked on the bathroom door. You've been in there for a while. Is everything all right? Evelyn's voice came from inside. I'm fine. I'll be out in a minute. I returned to my room to review some documents. After a while, she rushed in looking worried and said, I'm losing so much hair. I noticed her vibrant hair color and asked, have you been dyeing and perming it too often? Is it really that serious? Am I going to lose my hair? Not bad at all. I flipped through my calendar. How about we go for scalp treatment tomorrow? Really? Evelyn perked up, then quickly composed herself. Won't it interfere with your work? Never mind, it's not a big deal. I can't work 31 days a month. I found the salon's WeChat. I'll let them know. We'll go together tomorrow afternoon. She hugged me and kissed my cheek, saying, "Thanks, Mommy. You're the best."
18.
Mr. Chi asked me to attend the company's mid-year meeting. I can make it, but I checked my schedule. Would you mind moving the meeting to after 11 p.m.? Great, I got yelled at by my dad again. Go ahead to the meeting, Luna. We'll take care of the experiment. A colleague nudged me. And see if you can secure more funding while you're there. This equipment isn't performing as it should. I gave her a sideways look. This paper is almost finished. It just needs a bit of polishing for the English phrasing. I found an overseas agency, reach out to them. I'm taking the afternoon off. 19. Due to traffic, by the time I arrived at the office, the meeting had already ended. Maybe I'm just not cut out to run my own business. Dad, I swear it wasn't intentional. I slumped onto the couch, crying out. If you don't believe me, just check the news. There really was a car accident at that intersection. I wouldn't cause a traffic jam just to miss a meeting, would I? I understand it wasn't intentional, Mr. Chi said, sliding a few folders toward me. But how does that relate to you leading this project? With a heavy heart, I picked up one of the folders, flipped through a few pages, and felt my vision darken. I really don't know how to do this. The company will be yours sooner or later. It's better for you to get familiar with it early on. Mr. Chi patted my shoulder. Whether we turn a profit in the second half of the year depends on you. Would you like me to start gathering information on bankruptcy procedures for you in advance? You little brat, how dare you? I grabbed the stack of documents and hurried out of Mr. Chi's office, then sank into the lounge area. A few employees who had been whispering among themselves noticed me and said, "Good afternoon, Miss Chi." Just peachy. I tossed the folders onto the table and gave them a puzzled look. Why are you all standing over there? They gestured toward the sofa in the corner of the lounge. A tall man sat on the sofa, his back to me, facing the floor-to-ceiling window. Tisk, I chuckled. Checking out a handsome guy, huh? But in my experience, those types are usually backview killers. Don't get your hopes up. Then let me turn around so you can see. I froze and turned around. Brian smiled faintly. Miss Chi is quite the experience. I looked up at him at a 45-degree angle, feeling melancholic, and said, "Do you have to appear out of nowhere every time, like a ghost? Should I set an alarm for next time?" Enough with the corny jokes, okay? Hey, where is everyone running off to? The employees who had been chatting earlier quickly scurried back to their workstations. They mentioned a new lead would be joining the project. Brian glanced at the papers on the table, then back at me. So it's you. I scratched my head in irritation. Disappointed. Very pleasantly surprised.
Gratitude, he said.
Well, your salary is fixed in the contract anyway. Even if I lose everything, you'll still get paid. What are you so worried about? He straightened the papers on the desk and handed them to me. Not that I should be overconfident, but trust my professionalism. And I trust your judgment. For a moment, I wasn't sure which was more questionable. You won't lose a dime, I assure you. 20. A sunny afternoon, a beautifully decorated office, and a completely frazzled me. I sighed in resignation, closed all the document windows, and took a screenshot of the mess I'd highlighted.
Then I sent it to Brian.
Well, leave professional matters to the professionals. Brian, what does this all mean? Another message lost in the void. I sighed and went back to poring over the documents. My phone lit up with a text from Evelyn. "Mommy, I want hot pot." I stretched and replied, "I'm a bit busy right now. I'll pick you up when I'm done." Yay. 2 hours later. An unnamed great philosopher once said, "Where there's a will, there's a way." For now, I've adopted this as my life motto. I decisively shut down my computer. That elusive avatar finally deigned to appear on my phone. Sorry, I often get so absorbed in my work that I draw for hours on end with my phone on silent. I didn't notice your messages. I've turned the sound on now. Feel free to reach out anytime if you need anything. I've organized the highlighted items in this document. If anything is unclear, please let me know. I open the file. Great, 23 pages. For the first time in my life, I wondered if I had a reading disorder.